W, hopefully right through until 10 PM if all goes well, and hopefully we can get the company and the save into 2020. I'm just going to quickly open my Steve Weiser. I wish. We're on the Relentless tonight, that's the plan. Making sure the stream's up, fine, running, no bother. Alright, so all in is in the books. We are starting storylines tonight. I need to get my notepad, so give me 2 seconds because storylines will be getting written down as well. So we will BRB. There we go, notepad in hand. Basically, I think it's easier for me just writing down what plans we have, because then if I get a brainwave, like when I'm lying in my bed, I can just amend a storyline or whatever. So, actually smells reeking, that juice. Let's try and taste it. Don't be surprised if I switch energy drink because that doesn't taste good at all. Ugh, that is sweet. Alright, so things that we got from last episode, or last show, was of course All In. So we basically need a name for our November pay-per-view, so that's one thing. We'll get 4 weeks of shows to book it, so it's the 3rd week of September. The Wolves are our tag champions, so that will need to branch out, so they'll be facing people. Our women's champion is Britt Baker, so we'll need her in a feud, so that's noted down. Kenny is the number 1 contender. And Jericho's champion, but Jericho needs to face Punk. So what I'm tending to do is go Kenny versus Jericho at the November event, and then from there Punk will face somebody else. Just saying, like, if you want to get that title match, then you need to do blah blah blah, etc. etc. Alright, so decent show. We're probably going to lose money this month because of the few things we've done. I'm a minus 14,000, but we can afford to lose a bit of money, being that we can get in a position of getting at least a more popular company, and then we'll get the longer benefits. We also need to watch out because the industry in the US is not great. Let's have a look here. So Dustin's going to go. Penta we've offered the contract to. Yeah, let's crack on. So I just want to check one other thing actually before we crack on. What is the situation in Japan? Not very over. This will give us a better indication of what I want to do in Japan. Because the great idea I had depends on something else. So waiting on a couple coming back from injury, 2 contracts to start, that's fine. That'll probably be the next kind of last their signings unless somebody big becomes available. Japan, alright, that does not help my idea at all. So I'm going to have to delay that. So what I was hoping to do, if the attendances were permitting, because of the wrestling industry and economy within Japan, that I was thinking, do we call the next pay-per-view AEW Origins? Have Kenny face Jericho in the main event, and capitalise on the rise in wrestling industry and economy within Japan? But it's a bit risky with just 209 fans in attendance, and obviously you're paying a lot of wrestlers to be on these shows. We'll build towards Kenny versus Jericho, but we'll see what happens. The other thing I need to quickly change, I don't want to continue, it was the wrong button, is our announcers, because Punk is now off of commentary duty, so that would mean that it's Excalibur and JR, and Excalibur and JR on TV as well, because obviously Punk has attacked, meaning he is a member of the roster, the competitive roster, rather than in a position of commentary. So we'll start the show, nice and simple, promo, CM Punk on Chris Jericho. So that's fine. So what I'm going to do actually in terms of the storyline, if we just quickly go to the storyline section, is we'll give it a bit of a longer term plan here. So we'll call it the AEW heavyweight title picture. And basically this is going to see multiple matches between CM Punk, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. And this will give us a good opportunity to hopefully get Kenny elevated to the level at which we feel like he can help carry the company going forward. Right, so that's fine. What alignment did we give the Wolves? This is what happens, you don't play it for a week either. You forget alignments. So, David Richards are faces, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I wanted to capitalise on Penta as well, so, we'll have the Wolves in action. I see I'll need to actually add them as a tag team. This is effectively our version of a reset. So basically the night after Mania, this is our version of it. So just putting everything together. So we need any type tag teams. Are you not going to give us the Wolves at all? Alright, I'll just add a team then. So David Richards, Eddie Edwards, American Wolves. This new team has been added. There we go. Just makes it easier when you're making tag matches as well. So a 2v2 matchup to open the show. Have the tag team champions in action, and they can defend the belts against. We'll make it Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. Make it an 8-minute match. Actually, going to make it they steal the show. So Davey will pick up the win. He'll pick the win over Scorpio Sky. He's unfortunately going to be the fallen guy of SCU. Steal the show, and that can be a pinfall victory. I'll put the titles on the line just to get that a bit more prestige. What if a women's match as well? Let's put the women's title on the line as well. Britt Baker is a babyface, so that's fine. And Britt can have her first title defence against Bea Priestley. Will have it. And what we'll do is one of the debuting women's wrestlers that we've got coming in can kind of be like maybe somebody that's better. So Britt Baker picks up the win. Storytelling match, and that is a pinfall victory. Not bad. 2 title matches on our first show of the night. Main event, I'm going to have as a 4v4 gang war type matchup. So we will have Hangman Page. We'll try to build him up a little bit. That's fine. We will also have Kenny Omega, and we'll have the Young Bucks, and they will take on Pac, Chris Jericho, and the Lucha Brothers. And we will have Kenny pick up the win over Rey Fenix. So I don't think Jericho would put him over. I'm hoping that's a kind of match that would help get Kenny at the next level. Rey Fenix is not happy. Keep strong, Rey Fenix. This is why I'm trying to get Kenny over so we don't get issues and incidents like this. Also in action, I'm going to have kind of not a showcase match as such, but just a match to try and get somebody, a good good spot. So Jay Lethal, who can he help? At least have a good showing, but beat them. Tell a lie, I'm going to go Kevin Steen, and Kevin Steen can take on Joey Janela. That's fine. Oh, I've enjoyed Janela going over. Not a chance. Need to protect Kevin Steen, so he'll take the win. Nice simple matchup, and that can be our co-main event. I do want to kind of stare down as he heads to the ramp, so it is going to be John Moxley and Kevin Steen. There's a lot of build a bit of tension between them. There's a good chance for they two probably feuding against each other. That's good in there. And we can have an angle where we can have Sami Callihan putting Moxley through a table in terms of his revenge, so that kind of feud continues. So at the same time, Moxley's got a few kind of angles here, so note that down, so that Moxley can either go to Steen or he can go to Callihan. But it also gives you an opportunity for tag matches and the like going forward. Looks fine, so we'll put that in that spot. So we picked the win, Kenny, that's fine. And I want to have a promo, Chris Jericho, just ensuring we safely get the rating to where we need it to be to ensure pop is made, so that's fine, and we'll give that match another minute. There we go. So you can see there's a lot of the mid card that isn't really getting used. It will probably be a situation where they just kind of filter that roster down until we are in a extremely healthy position, and I'm happy to go 2 hours. Because while we've got the wrestlers to go 2 hours, we don't particularly have the funds to do so. We'll put it in the GSU Sports Arena as well, and we'll see how that show does, but it should be a really, really successful event. So 3,677 because of the declining wrestling industry within the United States, but it gets the show off to a strong start, does well, crowd's hotter, storyline starts, B78. Decent promo, not amazing. Wolves against SoCal Uncensored, C62, got the crowd buzzing, pretty decent performance from the Wolves. Scorpio was a weak link, but strong matchup, good solid opener, very, very happy with that. Excuse me. Women's match, first title defence with a 6-minute and 8 win for Britt Baker with the Baker Buster. E plus 32. The women's division will take a good bit of time to get to where we want it to be, but it's a work in progress. Janela and Steen was very good. Steen winning in 7:51 with a package pile driver, C65. Got the crowd hotter, that's good to see. Steen will be a really, really efficient worker for us. The stare down between Moxley and Steen gets a B minus 72, that's fine. Callahan attacking Moxley gets a C minus 58. Jericho's promo gets a B plus 85, continues the storyline, gains heat. Jericho improvising well. And the main event was actually pretty poor. Disappointed at that. Decent matchup. Page, Omega and the Young Bucks defeat Pac, Jericho and the Lucha Bros in 15:03 when Kenny defeats Rey Fenix with the Io Shirai. C minus 58. Jesus, look at the people off their game there. Page, Jackson, Phoenix. A lot of mid 50 performances. Nothing spectacular at all. Pac is even pretty poor. Yeah, it's a pretty poor main event. Probably the book decisions didn't help. Maybe a few people fatigued that I probably should have paid more attention to. But the show does still get a C65 thanks to the strong promos and the main objective of pop in every region. Let's try and drink this juice again, it's just far too sweet. sort of cherry flavoured energy drink, and I'm like, it was a nice idea, but I don't know if the execution it's been ideal at all. Right, so Johnny Saint has been called up. Okay. Raw get 7,500, so they're declining a little bit with this industry, so we might need to look at taking a big hit and trying to expand to another market. But overall, still, yeah, pretty productive weekend of All Elite Wrestling, 0.32. So we'll see how the financial situation is by the time we enter November. If so, we might look to just go to Japan and just try and hope for the best. So we shall see what happens. It's good to see that AEW managed to sell it all out within 15 minutes. It just shows that there's a. I hope it's not just a buzz. I hope it is a case of folk generally are really happy that this company's gonna give us an alternative. That's what it is. It's not a case of a war or anything, despite the fact that I've labelled my save war and the war is on, etc. It's just good to have another alternative and something else to watch. When with so much WWE, it can really just put you off. Right, how long are you out for, Marty? Because you were something that I actually wanted to look at. Enzo causing that injury for Marty. Still annoyed we are still 8th in the company rankings. We actually are still down 1, despite the consistent gains we've been making as a company. So hopefully, Tony Khan doesn't see that as a negative, because we are already a cult company. We are trying to chase down WWE as quickly as we can. We've already pinched a few wrestlers from them, but hopefully, as I say, it's not a financial sacrifice. But I suppose we can take these gambles. This likely is in real life terms a 6-month save-ish, pending obviously when the new game comes out. But yeah, it's a fantasy booking, so you can take risks, can make stupid mistakes, etc., etc. See what happens. So Chad Patton is to re-sign. WWE NXT and WWE NXT UK had shows. I remember the Christ Bros, one of my old EWR saves. They were really, really good for me. So look, who's the WWE contract offer for? Razar. See, the temptation with Razar is just purely on the basis of the fact he's only 25. So there's a lot to work with. How much a contract have they offered him? 2 year. I'm going to hold on that. We'll see when Akam's contract comes up, and just 2 years in game, because we aren't booking a lot, shouldn't take too long, so I'm hoping that might be one we pick up. So CM Punk changes to muscular. Brian Pillman Jr.'s only a month left of his contract. I'm going to let Pillman go, just in the basis of probably needs to develop a bit, and I don't think I can really offer him that. Pardon me, so he's on the roster just for the sake of being on the roster. We'll see. I'll monitor it over the next 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks to make a decision whether we want to keep him or not, and then we can go from there. I think we're going to get to a stage very quickly where the roster's not very AEW, and it's more just who we've signed from WWE and various other companies. Right, Jerry Lawler looking to re-sign Roddy. There is that temptation to just bring in people and make it like an old school Ring of Honor. My worry there is behaviour, egotistical, selfish. Hell of a wrestler though. What's WWE offering you? Written 2-year deal for $6,000 nearly. That's cool. We'll give you a 3-year deal. We'll cover to your 39, and we'll let you go then. It's always feel under 40 is an acceptable worker. So as another one from WWE, but I think it is someone that could really do as a turn. And then we lose Pac for 24 days. So that's already 2 injuries, a head injury and a dislocated shoulder for Pac. Somebody want to push, but we're still not in a good position to get him high popularity, and that is half of it. That's fine. Pac injured, that's fine. Just still letting us know about that. I just have a bad feeling we're going to lose a bit of money. Hopefully not too much. Now let's have a look at this. Now Japan, so that's everybody's really getting hit when moving their TV shows to a later slot. We've probably been the only company that hasn't. So obviously we took the lesser option first to build, so that might help us. Nothing really there. El Penta signs his new contract, 3-year deal, written deal. He is exclusive property of All Elite Wrestling. Perfect. WWE offer a new contract to Roddy. That'll probably blow ours out the window. 4-year deal, 6,700. That's fine. We will go to 7 grand. We'll give him the 4-year deal as well. Tony Khan probably won't allow us to do much more. That takes him to that threshold of 40, so quite happy to hold there. Put some music on in the background. Unfortunately, can't put it on stream. I'm going to be putting this on YouTube, so we don't want the audio being taken out. Jam a bit in the background. Right, so on the Halloween in game, I always think that says TJP, as in TJ Perkins. Still at halfway, set the same new contract with NXT. That's cool. Another thing that annoys me as well is with TW is you kind of change the resolution, so at times I'm having to like properly dive into the screen, see what's that saying. That's fine. That's not going to affect us. There you go. That's your standard ICW show these days. I think if there was not a team I was tempted to bring in, was going to be the Coffee Brothers, but the problem is you're literally going to have to try and build them up from scratch. But we'll see. As I say, it's not exactly a short-term save. It is going to be hopefully one we can get many years in, probably more than the WWE save on YouTube. So I'm hoping, you never know, you might end up getting 2 brands. I'd rather not have 2 brands, but if you need to, because obviously you'll need to kind of have a couple of shows just to try and get as much money in as possible. So there's all different ways we can take this save. As I say, just a question of how quickly we can catch WWE, I suppose. Because any previous TNA save, I never caught WWE. So I really would like one fantasy attempt, one last attempt to actually go into war with a company, and then you never know what other content can pop up for 2020. It might not just be a present day save, you know, might end up doing the Monday Night Wars. Remains to be seen. So Rizal signed his new contract, that's fine, so 2 years' time, we'll look at that one. Billy is an interesting one because she's only 24, but I feel like because we are pop and popularity, I need our skill sets to be a bit better. We're not obviously big enough to have developmental yet. Stay of stock as well. She retired on this? Has it officially got her retired? Active? I kind of want to. She's not over, but she's an absolutely phenomenal wrestler. They've offered her a development deal. We'll offer you a 2-year deal. Aye, if you want to do our house shows then, aye. We'll bring you in as well. We are properly going old school TNA, it seems. WWE's TLC, let's see how bad that was. Well, there you go, your main event was Seth Rollins versus Zack Ryder. Mad. Uh-oh. This is worrying, this is very, very worrying. This could be a massive hit to us. So, Penelope Ford, I'm quite content to give her more a deal because she's got the stuff with Janela. So, a 1 year paper appearance, that's fine. Now, let's worry. Moxley's All Japan, All Japan, All Japan for Kenta. Right, the good thing is, none of them will be written deals. They'll all be touring contracts. It might hurt us in a way, where we don't have certain wrestlers for certain shows, but I don't feel as bad because I know for a fact, it's not a written deal, so they'll be still available for us. Just making sure we outbid WWE. So here's the one we need to look for, the finances. This is the one that's going to make or break us. I don't think that's too bad. 78,725. That at least gives us, I'd say about 100k loss a month, right? So that's what, 28 months, so 2 years and 4 months. And I think by then the industry will be back in the US, and I think we'll be hopefully close to a national company as well. So I think it's not the worst in the world, and it's certainly something we can work at. Can you see now we're starting to get these D minuses? So it is going to take a bit, but there's no reason why we can't get that to 65. I'm going to have to see places that kind of roll to the Puerto Rico and Hawaii regions to get more eyes on that. So that might be where we look at next. Actually, see if we maybe punt some people I don't really use. Like I like Dustin Thomas, and he's a protege of Christopher Daniels. But I think he is going to be one that is going to go. In fact, no, because he's not getting paid, so. Maybe get rid of T-Hawk. I just keep looking and I'm very reluctant to let him to go. Nah, I'm too reluctant to let him to go. We'll keep him. Alright, so next episode we're missing Pac as well. Forgetting now, Britt Baker could easily go against Alexa. I should have thought of that. Alright, so we will have our main event match tonight. We'll have CM Punk's return to television, so Punk in action. And let's give him Sami Callihan. Let's have them go 14 minutes. Punk will win, obviously. And have that as the show stealing match, so that's fine. We're going to have a tag team match. We're going to have two people I've not used in a wee while. We're going to have Maxwell Jacob Friedman in action against with Luchasaurus against two mid-card lowers. We'll have them against El Lindemann and Michael Nakazawa. And we'll have that as an 8-minute match. And we will have MJF pinning Michael Nakazawa. And we'll have that storytelling, please. And in a submission, of a submission victory for once. Everyone was a bit arrogant going, I've made this wee guy tap. We can go with that. We can also have a decent mid-card matchup again, building up Kenny. Giving him as much momentum as we possibly can. And he can be in action against Christopher Daniels. I feel sorry for Christopher Daniels. He's always a steady hand to use, but I always use him to put people over. We'll have Kenny pick up the win. That's by pinfall. So we have a look. So Moxley against Steen, Callahan against Moxley, but we can also post-match, and we'll have Sami Callihan being attacked by John Moxley, so that will carry on, that's fine, that'll be 5 minutes. I'm also going to have Kenny Omega after his matchup, cut a promo, and that will be on Chris Jericho. Doesn't want to be scripted, that's fine, Kenny, we'll go with that. So what we're really building up to here is Moxley against Callihan, and fuck what, WWE rematch city. Jericho versus Omega. I'm going to try and fit Punk in as well, make it a triple threat. Let's try and build up our tag division. So we'll have a 2v2 match, even for somebody different that we can bring into the tag division. Let's go with the Super Smash Bros. Actually, let's give them an opportunity. We'll have them pick up some steam. They can take on the team of. We'll go with Sonny Kiss and Jungle Boy. We'll put them as a makeshift tag team here, and the Super Smash Bros. Will win. Evil Uno destroying Jungle Boy. It can be storytelling, pinfall win. We can put that in after Kenny, and let's have. Do I want to stare down? Let's have brought at the back. Basically, we'll say they were attacking the fallen baby faces, and then we have Stu Grayson and Evil Uno against Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, so that can set up that. And I want to have a 4-minute promo from a man I've not really used yet, and that is, of course, E. We'll fit that in there. So, going for our pay-per-view, Moxley Callihan, Jericho Omega Punk, and then we're going to have the Wolves, American Wolves versus the Super Smash Brothers. So slowly but surely, putting a card together. You try and fit Cody in as well, it's one we've not given anything to. But it's kind of like we're booking NXT in a sense, where you're really just focusing on like getting one program over per month. I need to remember where this is, because I've not really played TW for ages. Where the hell does it tell me spillover? Size, spillover, perfect. Where takes Hawaii and Puerto Rico, if anywhere? There we go, absolutely nowhere. Right, we're actually going to book a show. This show is going to be in Hawaii then. We'll take the hit just to get that over. Because we really need to try and start booking in these two areas. The Neo and the Les. So we'll take the hit and we'll book it in the Les Murakami Stadium. And hopefully get the fans on our side. So let's see how we do. Another episode of All Elite Wrestling. Opener was abysmal. MJF and the Luchasaurus defeat Al Lindemann and Michael Nakazawa in 7:55. Despite it only being an E26, it did not lower the crowd's mood, which is a good sign. But overall, it is a show opener, not the strongest in the world. But Kenny versus Daniels did get the crowd hotter. Kenny wins 9:50, C-58. Good 65 performance from Kenny Omega, improving Rumble skills. That's good to see. Pardon me. His promo is a C62. Pretty solid. The bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat saw the Smash Bros defeat Sonny Kiss and Jungle Boy. T-38. Stellar performance there from Stu Grayson, but not horrible, I wouldn't say, by Jungle Boy, considering where he is. So there's a lot of promise there. Sonny Kiss get negative crowd reactions, so that's someone we're going to have to develop as a performer. The brawl between the Smash Bros and the Wolves was only an E25, so maybe not quite where we want it to be just yet. Kenny's promo on Chris Jericho got a C-57. Kenny struggled off script and the storyline lost a bit of heat. It's the worrying thing about storyline, it may fizzle out if we're not strong enough with it. But main event, great chemistry. Punk defeats Callahan 14-29 with a Shining Wizard. That might be our best match in company history, which is always good to see. Punk 180, Callahan with a 62. Crowd are buzzing because both guys seem to enjoy working with each other. Just a few negatives there, as you can imagine. And Callahan being attacked by Moxley finishes the show with a C60. So C plus 66, increasing our populating regions, but yeah, it's ticking along nicely as we head to the November event. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to name the 3 events just now. Some of them are going to be very basic names, but it is what it is. I'm thinking we go Date with Destiny will be our event for this November. Let's have a look here. Aero to resign, or Aero Star. Fucking hate this game, man. Obviously, I've got to sign Liv Morgan, man. She's tremendous. Just in terms of looks, I think she's just amazing. So, yeah, we'll try and pinch Liv. Because it is Liv Morgan, you can have a 6-year deal. Because she's young enough as well. You need to remember, she's someone we can certainly develop as a wrestler. And then it gives you the thingy there as well. I missed out on Sarah Stock. That's a bit disappointing, but that is what it is. And there we go. Roddy versus the World. Roderick Strong is in All Elite Wrestling. He will sign in 24 days. So we're turning to a modern day version of Ring of Honor. So 0.33 is not too bad. We're continuing to improve there. John Moxley continues to hate Jungle Boy. Some things never change. So schedule is what we're looking to go to here. You can see here, 3rd week in November, 2-hour show, AEW November. So this will be AEW Date with Destiny. I can spell it correctly. The December will be simple. The now it'll stay season's greetings. We may change it to something like something to do with the festive season. I'm assuming we probably won't get to that stage on stream, but if we do, we'll see if we can put it to a poll or whatever. And AEW Origins will make it in January. So there's a chance if Kenny's in a high-profile match that'll be for him. 2 hours, please, for AEW Origins. So it means that we still have a few to name, which would be February, March, and April. And then I think, do we keep the likes of Double or Nothing, Fighter Fest, Fight for the Fallen? We'll see as time goes on. But second annual All In, so the next one would be the 3rd annual All In. I just think it sounds better than All In 3. So a few people unhappy, but we will carry on as we head towards our next TV show. So we still have 2 more weeks of television before we go on to have that pay-per-view and hopefully a good main event. So Killian Dane back up to the main roster. A couple of companies with bad blood. Kenny Omega Gets more nervous the more he gets pushed. Well, that's annoying because we're going to push him to the moon, and Penelope Ford signs a new contract. Good stuff. The thing is, well, the more people we sign from WWE, basically means more money we'll lose. Oh my god, I think I've just seen an illusion, something that I don't think has propped up in a long, long time. But we have a DJ Mike in the area. We were actually speaking about it the other day. DJ, we were like, where is he? He's never on Twitch anymore. He's never on Twitter. Like, where the hell is he? Me and Jamie were talking about it. And the man with the sword has arrived. Cordy, this is your Saturday late evening. I know I never stream, but usually I see Pieface's streams or just lurking in the general area. If I'm on, Cordy will be able to test to this. Like 99% of the time, if I'm on now, I'm pretty much watching Lemmy streams. But I'm hoping to get back into it, DJ. Won't be streaming FM. Well, I say that. LAN might pop up occasionally, but predominantly got to be this. You'll probably maybe get a bit of Crash Team Racing next week. And then after that, it's just going to be constant F1. How are you working, man? How too? I'm a working man. Hence why I've never really been streaming for the past year, but I've enjoyed it the last couple of times I've done it, so I'm quite happy to be back streaming. I don't get anywhere near the views I used to get, which is cool, because the main thing is, I'm enjoying it. I'm happy enjoying it again, so that's the main thing. But I can't even tell you, but I'm pretty much working Monday to Thursday, 10-hour days, and off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I'm too quick, which is annoying. But off for the fair, so I've got another 11 and a half shifts to go, and then I'm off for 17 days. And if you think I'm going to do anything else but play F1 and FM, you're probably right, because I'll probably be playing this as well. Shit, did I get a new contract? I think I did. I hope I did. I don't think I did. 3,700 4-year deal. Will you give me more money? Ah, fuck it, just take that. There we go. But I was tempted to see if I could get the Elgato working and stream the rest of the night. But I just felt like I'll probably be at the back of the field or I'll get bent early, so I didn't really see the point in doing that. That's my, well, I keep saying it's going to be my last one. I know for a fact song's going to go up, but I need to. I don't think I've been it long enough. I need to just try and distance myself from FM. It's very hard now to find something that's a different challenge. So I'm doing the wee YouTube thing, which is just firmly trying to win that league tomorrow one more time. To end it there. While I was wanting to break records, I was trying to aim to see if I can get like over 100 wins in a row. I got to fucking 38 and then fucking bottled because I rotated the team too much. But the good thing is with the LAN team is, well, I've lost a few key players. I've had to sell Jacob Bedu. Sunderland put in a bid for him, he's getting unhappy, so he's away for $1 million. Lewis Ferguson went to Hearts, so he's away for $1 million. Basically, any player I'm selling, I'm trying to get $1 million plus a sell on, so even if I'm getting a tycoon pump money in, it's still good to get rewarded for the development of players. So both of them are away. DJ's struggling with English here. But the good thing is, because the facilities have been upgraded as much, the youth intake, junior coaching, we are getting some good new gens coming through. We do have the funds to mean if there's any other good new gens in Northern Ireland, we can pinch them in pre-contract agreements. So there's a lot of deals we're signing for 200k compensation. Obviously, can go up higher. That's cool. So the reserves are starting to fill out. We just basically struggle in Europe at times with homegrown quotations. So if I can get people in before they're 18, ideally get the 3 years homegrown status, and not just in the country but at the club, then hopefully we're in a position where going forward we can get further than we got last year. I keep fucking up the Champions League qualifiers, which is pissing me off, but I'm not ready. The team's just not in a position to attack, and it's because I don't want my team set up by the 7th of July, which is the way it is. So we'll see. Matthew 4531, cheers for follow, buddy. Appreciate it. But it is what it is. But actually, I think it was Bart. I've known David. If it is David Bart, I've known David Bart for fucking absolutely ages. Was saying to us, it's a bit easy, you know, if you like going on our FM save or leaving for another challenge. And I'm like, as much as the league is a pile of piss, this league started 113 for something in the rankings. I've already got up to 89th, but the league's still a poorer league than the Scottish third tier. So that's my challenge. And try to get Kevin Doherty over 1,000 career goals, which he's over 100 now at 19. So it's good. Ooh, there's a lot explaining that. See what's under here that we can say. I keep thinking we can sign, we really can't keep signing people. There she is. Liv Morgan is in. Yes. There we go. Even though we need to completely give her a new name and a new gimmick. Yay! Flamita has torn trapezius. So how long will we be losing Flamita for? 2 months and 3 weeks. So we are actually missing quite a good few people now. So Chelsea Green's still out. Flamita, obviously Heidi Lovelace, but would have not been able to recruit her had we just left it. Should have signed the contract with WWE. I felt she was too good a wrestler in general not to bring in. Still missing Jimmy Havoc and Pac as well. Havoc was out for a year, but that surgery was successful. Going to actually do surgery low risk on the trapezius of Flamita. Complete success, and he'll be back in action in just over a month's time. So there you go, you half his recovery time straight away. I need to fix this Sammy Guevara because he's somebody I did want to push. Pardon me. Maybe I should bring in Hornswoggle. Swoggle for World Champ. Alright, Dodge, it's Classman. Just a mad wrestling simulator where not a lot happens. Especially I try to build it up, but that's what it is. Let's have a look here. I don't know who half these wrestlers are. Wrestling Management Simulator, there we go. Alright, so good. That means Penta's gets contract with us permanently, so we can push him to the moon. Let's have a look. Popularity in the States is good, but it means also if I expand continentally around the world to Mexico, even Japan, he's somebody that can certainly do that. So that's perfect, that's perfect. Protecting our talents, that's what we want. So we've done one show this month. How are we doing financially? We are 34 grand down. I think we are going to lose big money until we get to national level. So that's going to be interesting. I would disagree with the Nancy part, but can certainly see that. There's a bit of FM about it, of course. It is, I'd probably say a lot of people put the comparisons in there. It is just Football Manager. If I'm right in saying there's even a FM related skin on the forums, but that's alright. It's just effectively you can be Vince McMahon or whatever you want to be, or an idiot if you're dumb, putting Mitch the potted plant in action. I just need WWE to start really declining. We've got Ray Phoenix is winning championships elsewhere. It's good to see you, man. Jesus, I could be here all day. DJ, man, we've made that many signings, but I can certainly go over it. Enjoy the rest of the evening, Dodgeman. Alright, so we'll go through the signings then, DJ. Liam Polworth, we'll try and go in order. I'm happy with that. Most assists in the championship. I would say it's a good signing. You know what I mean? We don't often recruit for the Scottish Championship, but I think it's something a lot of folk were saying shouldn't have been playing at Championship level. Hate to say it, and we'll touch on him about a million times probably in the next couple of weeks. I think it's the like for like replacement of Turnbull. I think we knew as far back as April Davey was gone, so there's planning for that. So that was the first signing. Happy with that. I'm trying to get an order who signed and what. Right. Let's go through the team player by player, right? So goalies, I'm happy. I'm absolutely delighted with the two goalkeepers we've got. For me, oh my god, I could sign Funaki. Please don't be retired. I need to man, it's Funaki. I fucking love Funaki, man. Imagine Funaki getting about. But yeah, basically, I would believe, exactly called the Funaki number one, I get to shout at every TV show. Gillespie number one for me. I think Gillespie was really good last year. All it is, we're a wee bit unsure what we're going to get, but I feel like he was fantastic. Great penalty saves. Maybe could stay in his line a bit more, but he was good. Trev, obviously, you don't need to rush him back for his really serious condition, but I don't think he was in particularly great form before he went down with it. And I still think there's good potential with Ron Ferguson. So I don't know if you keep him playing 20s football, whatever level they end up doing that, or if you give him another loan spell out, because he's already had 60 games senior level under his belt with Airdrie. Defensively, left back Jake Carroll, who knows? The reality is, somebody that a lot of fans aren't too keen on, didn't exactly set the place alight when he was at Partick Thistle, but then again his rival was Aaron Taylor Sinclair, so it's hard to kind of. It's one of the ATS is one of the most frustrating signings we've had, because it's one I looked at on paper and just thought, this is a fucking perfect match. It's somebody that's looking to relaunch their career, because it did go off the rails a bit at Plymouth. You know, Cordell say that himself. It wasn't great there. And I just felt like it just was a perfect match that we'd get him off, get him back to form, and be fine. But it wasn't to be, so that is what it is. So there's that. So you'll have him and you'll have Livingston. So I think because there's not a lot of faith in Carroll, you've still got Livingston there to push on. Tatey can cover there. I don't know how nobody's winning a bid for him, because he's just Mr. Consistency. But there you go. So that's left backs, I think. Right backs, Tatey, number one right back for sure. Don't see that as an issue. I think we've pretty much confirmed that Grimmy's going to be the backup right back or the starting right back. So if Tatey plays left back, so again, full back wise, pretty happy. We'll see here. I'm just going to book Stu Grayson over Chuck, just to see if he gets pissed off. He probably will. Centre back, Pistol Pete will probably play for choice, so I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves, by the way, because he signed us because he wasn't getting first team football. But if we continue to play a back four, which it sounds like we are, it'll be Dunn and Gallagher, because Dunn is not the greatest technically, but he's fucking rapid, and that's what we need, somebody that can help us play a higher line. And as much as he makes stupid decisions in that, his pace really, really does help us at the back, and Gallagher will play right side of centre back. If we ever play two left-footed centre backs, I'll be upset. So the three of them, Barry Maguire will be number 4, unless they try and loan him out again. So might see another centre back, and then you obviously try and push in David Devine as well. Centre mids, obviously you expect Turnbull to be in there, but should Davy go, which I expect, preferably not to Celtic, but if he goes down south, you're pretty much looking at, I'd imagine, the ball winner to be Alan Campbell. I'd imagine your playmaker, your Rodriguez Gordon, will probably be Casper Sloth, and Polworth in there as well. So Sloth, Polworth and Campbell sounds to me like that'll be the central three. You'd imagine Well, we don't know the situation with Cadden. Just say Cadden's gone, right, just as an example. I'd imagine it'll be Jermaine Hilton in the left or the right, cutting in. I'd imagine on the other side would be try to get Gaboli. And then up front, Chrissy Long, and then whoever else we can bring in, because we might loan out James Scott as well. I'd be very surprised if Danny Johnson's still here as well. So I'm just going to have Kent pick up the one here. If I missed them out, there are no signings, because we that many. I need a stellar main event. I need one that really shows that Pent has arrived. So Adam Page. I just think we're after forward-thinking players, but so I wouldn't want to sign Yang Songo just on the basis I don't see where he fits in. It's actually crazy we say that, DJ, and I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way. It's just like you think about the CMs you had last year, and now this year it's like we kind of actually dare to get in their centre mids. So also last year you had like Andy Rose, Grimmy was still considered a central midfielder. I'm trying to think who else. But I think well, there you go, Biggie, Carl McHugh. You're probably going to lose David Turnbull, but as much as folk, I love how folk always like to flow. When's the new signings coming in? When we get something in? Like, folk forget we've signed 6 people. We're in the middle of June. That's mental. There's seasons where we've only signed one person by this time, if any. So the fact as well, we've got, but because you forget we don't even have the English window. We have an extended. We've got the full window at the 31st of August. Oh, we need Bully back 100%, but we've at least got another 12 weeks ish, roughly. Plenty of time. I'd ideally try and get the strongs we can get, but keep a bit of money sitting at the side, because as soon as that English window shuts, there's going to be a player that wants to leave that couldn't get a move and might go, there's an opportunity to put myself in the shop window in Scotland. It's maybe not the greatest, going up to Scotland away for their family lap. They might look and go, that's 6 months, that's a launch pad. Or maybe somebody else at a higher level can go, he's alright, I'll take him. A la McHugh going to go and get big money. Aldred going to Australia to get big money. We kind of could call it if we sell Turnbull. But nah, I'd rather we don't spend any of the Turnbull money. I'd rather that just pays off the debt, invested into the infrastructure of the club, and you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. The sale of David Turnbull is effectively going to fund the club for a good couple of years, especially with us being fan owned as well. So it's not as if we're getting money coming in for here, there, and everywhere. So, but I'd love Gaboli back, just because it's somebody that gets the fans off their seat. You don't know what you're going to get. You're probably only going to get a shot that ends up in Rose Ed, but by God, for all those drag bats, Cruyff turns, you name it, man, it's worth every penny. Just seeing him rip the cunt out of folk, especially that one time he done it to Ziggy Gordon, which was fantastic. I've really just booked matches, I can't book angles. Right, I don't know how their promo skills are going to be, so I'm going to have the Wolves cut the promo instead of the Super Smash Bros. So Davey and Ed Edwards can cut the promo on Stu and Evoluno. That's fine. Hopefully they like being scripted, so that'll be a 5-minute. Nope. So many people don't want to be scripted, which is annoying, but it's fine. So promo's in there. Kenta's a babyface. We get a backstage brawl. 2v1. I'm going to have Sammy Callahan teaming up with Kevin Steen to take out John Moxley. So the former Dean Ambrose is basically get everybody hating him. I don't think Curtis Main's a rat at all. Motherwell didn't want to keep him. Curtis Main didn't want to stay at Motherwell. Curtis Main wanted to get in South, but was just offered a good contract. Don't be wrong, he'll 100% score against us. That's just how football works. But I'm not upset about it. I do think he was a good part of how we played in the 4-3-3, but it's a weird one got to Aberdeen considering Cosgrove's the exact same striker. And then likes of Stevie May and that, they've got a lot of strikers. You need to remember as well, we don't particularly lose a lot of players to clubs within our league either, which is why I really did not want Davey to go to Celtic. I hate playing as former players. Can I get a 40? Books 2v2. So it'll be Mick Foley, and he's just going to book the main event. Ray Phoenix and Penta. Fucking hell, Mick Foley doesn't want to work unscripted as well. And then post-match, because I absolutely just love beat-ups in this game, CM Punk gets beat up by Chris Jericho. 4 minutes. Boom. And you are storytelling, which means I don't have an all-out match, so well done, you have been the designated steal the show match. There we go, 65 minutes. Nah, don't miss Elliot Freer, not at all. Not a bad wee player, not horrible, but you knew within the first time he got the ball whether he was going to have a good game or a bad game. He was pretty much hide and seek champion. There's a chance Freer could have went to Forest Green because he was at Forest Green. So going back there would make sense. That's where we got him from. But just the problem was he never really got a run of games, and I'd probably say he wasn't physical enough either. Like, compare him to Marvin Johnson, Marvin just destroyed him in terms of physicality. And it's a C-54 announcing our main event, that's ideal. D-37, great chemistry, but just really one worker that's not really over. Good from El Soberano Jr. though, 43. They're trying to get him over in the States. D45. Well, that's better. Stu Grace and Evil Uno, I'd say, are at the same level as the best friends. That's a good matchup there. Gives them a bit of momentum for the Super Smash Bros. And then the promo was a D plus 48 by the American Wolves. Kenna defeated Peter Avalon. Well, you can see there's quite a big difference in performance, but a D plus 51 and got the crowd buzzing. The real Kenta is back. Moxley getting beat up by Callahan and Kevin Steen get a C plus 66. Like, he won us so many games. Let's be honest, how many games did they win us after January? 1? He barely got a look in. Once he came back for his injury, that one good game, and then it was effectively Gaboli and Hasty until Hasty signed his contract with Rangers and at the same time started dipping in form. And then at the same time, Cadden came back and then it was Gaboli and Cadden. Elliot Freer barely got a look in at the end of the season. I don't know if it was Aki's or if it was around about that time of that one good game. And then after that it was just meh. Penner's really over, but my god, Adam Page is struggling at this level. This is going to be a long, long road to try and get Hangman Page over, but C64 anyway. Good show. I've got a Whaley song on there, and I don't know what it is. It's annoying me. Is it Rolex? Oh, it was Heatwave. He probably said he's got a Rolex in it. That seems to be every Whaley song ever. I see having him like that. Should I sign the Briscoes at one point? Tempted, but we'll see. So we are taking like a massive hit. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The feedback for viewers was the show was good, but some found it underwhelming. Ah, shit, that's not good. Even though we're a D plus 51. We'll see soon where we're going to change. WWE, do not take this dream away from me. I need Funaki. I can't afford to give a guy Funaki more money than I'm giving fucking... Probably giving Pete Dunne. So, aye, sorry. I'd love to bring Funaki, but nah, you can keep him. Even though he's the man, I need to be a bit more rational with money. Because you forget there's people that I've signed, I've just not done anything well. Kind of need a mid-card title as well. I do think he was signed as #1 striker. I think it's just a kind of, will give you a chance to prove yourself and then you can look at getting a new contract. But he's, judging by his history, he's someone that's never really been at a club for a long time. It's like a year at Northampton, a year at Blackpool, a year at Bolton, a year at Brentford, if even at that. So I think he's someone where he is the first choice, but there's kind of like, we'll see how it goes. So like, if he's shite, we can just say, right, thanks, but no thanks. Strikers are hard to get, and there'll be a lot of strikers as well. The clubs might keep them under contract to the end of the contract rather than letting them go early, because obviously Scottish contracts finish up on the 31st of May, but English contracts finish up on the 30th of June. So again, need to remember, we've got no loan signings yet. They'll come as well, so there could be a... Because you need to remember, they don't necessarily need to be a good loan signing from the Premier League, because you're like, oh, it's an English Premier League youngster. I present you Luka Belic. Because we could maybe say, right, we've got a bit of money if when we sell Davy. Could go maybe, right, there's a 50k investment to a National League club striker. Could be a next Marvin Johnson, could be a next Liam Moult, could be a next Jacob Blythe, unfortunately. So you don't know how it's going to go. So look here, Howard Finkel's retired. DDP's retired, that's right, aye. Forgetting that. The only thing I'll say about Liam Moult is, I get a feeling, well, he seems to have this camaraderie with every club he goes to, but he could be somebody you might see back at Motherwell when he's like 33, the tail end of their career. Because that's already the same with Turnbull. I fully expect David Turnbull to pop up at Motherwell in like 2033 when he's like 34. Just because he's like, he'll have made his money and obviously a Motherwell fan and that. But saying that, not all Motherwell fans get to play for Motherwell. Rob Douglas never played for Motherwell. Lee Miller never played for Motherwell. Lee Miller was somebody I wanted at Motherwell. I was dead to him and I was like, he's a Motherwell fan, get him playing up front. It never happened. I think we were in for him a few times as well, but he was one I always fought with in up at Motherwell. I can tell if it's a curry, man. These farts are stinking tonight. I'm going to have to try and set up so many matches in this show. In an hour time slot. See, I'm at that dilemma. Do I keep Steen off or do I put him on? Because if I don't put him on the show, he's going to be really pissed. Okay, so Moxley's going against Tenzan in New Japan. That's fine. There's an NXT takeover, Dave Christ, nothing else there. And she's dating some other Japanese wrestler even. There we go, Alexis Kaufman. Well, I think there's only one thing we can really call her in this. We'll just need to call her. What do we call her? Do we just call her Alexi? Let's call her Frederica Colt. Devin McCahill. Right, we'll just call her Alexi. Because some of the names the game is providing are not exactly class. So we go our AEW character. Fitty. Oh, works, sorry. Old school cocky heel, get that gimmick in the bin. The only thing I don't like about the Who's mod is just the gimmicks, but everything else he does is absolutely stellar. She's got to be bitchy. Did I put that as heel? She's got the heel as well. Daddy's little girl. Because she's effectively a spoiled, entitled brat. I'll go with that. That's the kind of character she portrays. We'll go with that. She's only 28 as well, so someday, maybe not as great in the ring, but I feel like she'll have a good bit of overness and she'll be able to carry herself very well in a promo. So we'll have Dustin leaving the company tomorrow, so that's one of the older guys out, Dustin Rhodes, and Ruby Riott will be in, Heidi Lovelace. We'll keep her as our name on Indies. Have we got Pete Dunne yet? Fucking Bruiserweight's in, boys. Oh, because of his injury, we can't. That's why I never get the alert to give him a push. So not bad. 5 to put your company around. Punk, Jericho, Moxley, Penta, L0, and Kevin Steen. There's your people in the wave of momentum. How's Hangman Page's popularity, actually? So there's a 32 33s, 21s and 18s. So it is going up, but still got a long way to go. Oh shit, forgot to ask as well, DJ. Are you getting a season ticket next year? That was one big positive about my place I'm working at now. Don't work any weekends, so it's like, yes, man, get me to the Fitbar. Right, what have we got here? Dustin Rhodes moves on. Ring of Honor had an event, that's fine. Nothing really happening there, that's cool. Ruby Riott leaves WWE. Bea Priestley. She's talented. Do you know, because they're both strong, I will keep her on. I'll keep her as a paper appearance because she's somebody that can kind of develop at other companies, get her skills up when we're not utilising her. And that's Heidi Lovelace in as well. She'll obviously just retain her independent name. A lot of people unhappy, but let's be honest, somebody like Tommy Dreamer, like. Sorry to hear, man. Sorry to hear. I'll keep him because he's a locker room leader, but Tommy Dreamer will probably go. Never tell us what do you want. Let me know. I'm not exactly going to come in and just start doing DJ Mike faces and that. I need to remember, is it that? Sweet man, what are you doing in there? You're like, there we go. It's pretty good, DJ. If you're one of the ride operators, man, no wonder half the rides are falling off the thing or whatever. Yes, go on, mate. So, see, the main thing is, mate, you enjoying it? That's all we can really say. And if you're enjoying it, that's the main thing. Look at all those people that can't appear yet. Mad. Alright, so Ali and Tommy Dreamer. Ali has been brought to wrestler's court because she was not cleaning up after making a mess. She had to buy everybody a drinks. Drinks. No, I hate it. Oh, sorry to hear, man. Decent hours? I suppose that'd be one of the jobs, man, if it's cold and whatever, it'd be horrible. So we will have the women's champion in action as Britt Baker will take on Awesome Kong. A grueling battle against the dominant Kong. But Brick? What? So born standing there all day. Oh, mate, you would love my job. Would you literally stand for 10 hours a day? Although, to be fair, if I get bored, I just get sellotape and go and put it in somebody's back. It's 29, remember? And I'll sit and do that. So Britt Baker will be attacked by Lexi. Well, that is a 5-minute attack. That's fine. And of course, you're introducing a new character, so then she can have a bit of mic time as well. So there we go. Lexi's going straight in Women's Championship match against Britt Baker. In action, we'll just have E in action, and E can take on half 10 to half 6 weekends, 10 to 4 during the week when the schools come in. I suppose, like, when the schools are in there, it's going to be a long and boring day. I've not been to M&D's in years, man. Absolutely years. Give Darby Allin a good spot here. Still a show. Pinfall. July half 10 is 6 all July. Fuck. Don't mean to be that guy, DJ, mate. Sit Mars for most of July. I work the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. I work the 4th to 1 o'clock. And then I'm off 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then back in the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 2nd, 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, off 26, 27, 28, back in 29, 30, 31, and the 1st of August. Boom. But it's like half the people in our place are like, their mindset is on holidays already, and I'm like, would this not be our peak time? But then I thought about it and I'm like, well, not necessarily. Because if you're producing what we produce, then you would want that ready for before the season kicks in. And if the season kicks in, you'd say April for fishing. So, I don't know. I enjoy it anyway. There's a few days where it's difficult. It can be just mentally, like, just soul destroying. But other days, like, Mondays just fly in and it's fucking great. I was lucky I got in a position where I knew a lot of people in the place. I don't work with MD that I knew before I started, but like I can walk around the place and I can always go right to like at least 10 to 11 people, which made the settling in so much easier than any place I've ever been to. I mean, the fact is, that's 8 months I've been there nearly. Nearly 9 months. Mad. Right. Big match for the main event. We'll just need to wing the event and just say we've put on stellar matches. But we're going to go CM Punk in the main event. He's going to team up with John Moxley, and he's going to team up with Kenny Omega. So I'm effectively a production operator. Nothing I ever thought I'd ever do, but night and day different for customer service. You know what I mean? I don't have any customers. I mean, I don't see a customer. So effectively, just like, a lot of stuff where a lot of hands-on stuff, which I've never been like a DIY guy or anything like that, but it's given me a lot of confidence in that as well. But I will a lot of the time just get left to go on with what I need to do, and it's great. Which I had to continually stress at the interview. I just like to get left alone and get made done. Yeah, I do want a job at the Lucha Bros here. I'd like the baby faces all to get some momentum. So they have a 15-minute match. Punk will pick up the win. He'll pick up the win over Jack Evans. We'll pinfall that. Not necessarily DIY, mate. I literally just fucking the start of the production process for fishing poles. Our poles, aye. I'm literally at the first building as you get in the Netherton Industrial Estate. It's going for a guy that was responding to order requests over social media and the phone to just listen to Clyde One and Smooth Radio every week and putting stuff on the machine. But the thing I've liked as well is it's a lot of heavy lifting in that, and I've never been the most physical guy, but I already, like, with it going to the gym, feel like a bit more in my arms. So I'm at, anytime somebody says you want something lifted, I'm like, I'll do it, because that's my gym workout. Right, so I'm just looking here, so Moxley, Callahan have both been in the main event, that's fine. Jericho, Omega, Punk were all in, well, Punk and Omega, that's fine. So post-match, I would like CM Punk to get hit by Chris Jericho, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We can roll with that. Wolves and the Smash Bros I'll leave out. I kind of need the Young Bucks to get a match. I need Penta to get a match as well. So what I'm going to do is Big E has faced Darby Allin. He'll get attacked with a ladder, and that's where we'll have Penta attack E. So I don't know if it's a match anyone would ever want to see. Could potentially be class. We are going to have Penta, or Pentagon, whatever we're calling them these days. Penta against E. Bucks, I'll try and find them in somewhere. In fact, got one. Backstage brawl. Not going to give me 3v3. Can I get a 6-person angle, please? 3v3 attack. We are basically going to have the Bucks and Page, and they're going to take on SCU. So we'll have, obviously, the heels get the upper hand. So Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and let's see his name, Scorpio Sky, taking on Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Hangman Page. There we go. 5 minutes on that. Another 5 minutes of an angle we can put in. And I thought I keep going rematches that go Cody against Steen. We need to give Cody a big match since he has the user character. Cody's our babyface. No problem, mate. You take it easy. Hopefully the live start at 10 o'clock, so I still can't a bit later. Jump in. If no, man, catch you on the flip side. I have no idea who I'd have here against Cody. So what I'm going to do is actually DJ fully embracing Pride Month. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll put Cody in with MJF and hopefully give MJF a good spotlight. And that'll be our opener. I just don't like how the fact the tendencies are dropping because of how the industry is affected. But we'll book this, and when it's loading into the next week, I've got to run to the toilet because I really need to go. Just had to share that in case I had to wonder why there was continual silence. Southeast. It's the lowest one you've got, Devlin Field House Suite. Yep. You can see the industry and the economy is certainly taking an impact on the expected tendencies, so that'll probably drop to, imagine, that 3.6. So we do need to try and utilise maybe breaking into Canada soon. Actually, Canada could be a great show actually with Kenny and Jericho. Why the hell did I think Japan? Because it's in a fantastic position, of course. Now, probably to take over Canada. Mexico could be a good shout down the line. The UK even. Europe's getting the economy. Australia are in a bit of a slump already, but not ideal what's happening at the start of the season and try to build up the company. But it means once you get to national, if you've broke into another couple of places, then international's a wee bit quicker. So here we go. Cody and Maxwell Jacob Friedman trade words inside the ring in a sports entertainment. Don't say that word here. C-53. Strong start, hotter. It's hopefully a good rub on MGF as well, because he's someday there'll be a couple that'll be like long-term progression with, and he'll certainly be one of them. Terrible matchup. Britt Baker defeats Awesome Kong 6-14. Britt makes the second defence of the All Elite Wrestling Women's Championship. That's good. E+35. Boom! The debut of Alexa with the Daddy's Little Girl gimmick was a very good rating. Beats Britt Baker down to the mat, and that is an E+32. And the promo at C59. So she's going to be very strong in the segments. So she, hopefully, if we can get her in-ring work up to par, could be a very solid acquisition for All Elite Wrestling. Obviously, a signing that's never ever going to happen. I don't think she's someone that jump because she's a WWE product through and through. But never say never in wrestling. Not great between SCU and the Young Bucks and Hangman Page on an E30 for the brawl. It sets up another match for Date with Destiny. Results are from Friday Night Dynamite. Let's see. E defeats Darby Allin 7:41 with a big ending. Darby Allin was off his game, but a long way to go. Big E by 60. Crowd were buzzing, but a lot of negatives there. So you can see Big E's probably good for an all-out match. Darby Allin, not tonight. Tonight was not his night. And then the attack from Penta El Zero, viciously dismantling Big E. A C-53, an E, sorry. I keep saying Big E when he's just E here. He's not as big. So I get the crowd hotter. So that should be one match we're looking forward to. Main event, solid, bout the hard, good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Punk, Moxley and Omega defeat Callahan and Los Guerreros del Cio in 15-17 when Punk defeats Jack Evans with a Shining Wizard. Why is he using a Shining Wizard and not using the GTS? I won't know. Moxley better his gimmick. Omega's getting a wee bit better in terms of in-ring performance, a 65. 79 for Moxley, 80 for Punk. Callahan a 64, so we've worked really well with Sami Callahan. He's been a good acquisition. Evans and Angelico a bit to go. A few skills improvement, but yeah, pretty solid. And end the show, Punk gets attacked by Jericho. B82, great way to end the show. I know it's a WWE matchup, but you forget we are adding in Kenny Omega. So C+70 in the go home show for Date for Destiny. So just to remind you, Sami Callahan versus Jon Moxley and a rematch. Shock horror. Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega and CM Punk for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. The AEW Tag Titles on the line as Wolves, the American Wolves, take on the Super Smash Bros. Penta. I was calling Pentagon, right? I didn't watch wrestling for a wee while in the company he was in. I cannot off Lucha Underground, so Pentagon will take on E. We'll have the Young Bucks and Adam Page taking on SCU. And for the AEW Women's Championship, Britt Baker will defend against Lexi, the artist formerly known as Alexa Bliss. Alright, let's have a look here. NXT extension for Brendan Vink. I don't know who you are. There we go, 4,100. Show got a lot of praise, so probably just the area we're in. There's a new contract for B. There you go, Pete Dunne is in. Jesus, a 0.33 again. Jericho doesn't like MGF, but oh my god, we've got the bruiserweight as well, man. Shit. just stole so many good performers for WWE that I think can just be absolutely fantastic for the company. Right, so he's going to be a babyface as Pete Dunne. I know I said I was going to go to the loo day after I do Pete Dunne's gimmick. I'm going to go with that. Best in the world realistic, because like, it's just a case of here I'm fucking amazing at wrestling. So I will go with that. He's going to go over easily with in-ring stuff. Popularity needs a push. Because we've got a couple of folk that are watching, I don't know who I'll just see we've got 5 years. If anybody has an idea of a mid-tier championship, let me know. We could debut that at Date for Destiny, so let me know any ideas you've got for a mid-tier championship. Going to PE back in a minute. And we're back. And the good thing about no replies is I've got an idea of where I want to go with this championship belt, and I will put it in the day before the event because I want to keep it a surprise till we get to that. But amazing, you go to the toilet and you get a mega idea. That was a Jack Black there. What's Tessa Blanchard saying? She's usually quite an arrogant person in this game. Only Lorca, I need some class in here as well. With Buzik. I keep saying that with WWE, especially when I see Cassius Ohno. Maybe 39, but can wrestle, what the fuck? But they offer him Cassius, $7 grand 2 year. We'll give you 7.6 for 2 year. It's another one of those, it's former Ring of Honor. We want to make this a proper wrestling promotion. Pardon me. I can't wait to end up being the guy that bankrupts AEW. Tony Khan just looking at me going, what? Could have give you more money, but Fulham need it for the promotion push? So Laura can't sign his new contract. She might be somebody, actually. Martina, so I'm actually going to shortlist her. So then if anybody tries to pinch her, we know. WWE put in a contract. Growth of NXT UK. Oh, if I had Finn Balor, I would be all over signing Taguchi. WWE have offered a contract to Chris Hero. 3 years, 7,700. Don't want to give him too many years a deal because 39 he's getting on a bit, but the guy can wrestle, the guy would thrive in our kind of environment. I'm also going to see how the attendances are in Canada. We might actually just debut this in Canada. I don't think the likelihood is we will be in the States, but depending on how much attendance wise we could go there. It's the problem when WWE's got so many wrestlers, but when someone become available, it's like, oh, want them. Well, Ferreira's contract's coming up. WWE have offered one to Tyler Breeze. God damn this. Because he's actually quite over. I'm effectively just got a WWE man at this rate. I don't man, cheers to the follow, mud. Much appreciated. Welcome along. So WWE have offered on a contract to Chris Hero. I think we might end up pulling out of these negotiations. 4-year deal. It's a bit much for somebody at his age. Maybe 3 years, but just everything except you just need the events and TV shows and 20%. Nah, there's still a drag out of WWE. Nah, I'm going to pull it. I'd rather go for younger talent. I feel like he'll decline too quickly, so we'll pull out of that. The deal for Paramount Network America at show Monday Night Dynamite, that's fine. We can finally look at that. So at the moment we are on a big network, but we are not exactly in the greatest position in terms of us. I was going to look at a second deal, hence AEW TBC. So extend deal, sorry, first and foremost. So we're late night. Would they go late evening? They're not wanting to give them that time slot. Would you go early evening? Not wanting to give them that time slot either. So we're in the best time slot we can get. What I want to check is if there's any in America. So commercial, USA. That's maybe a medium sized, but would give us prime time. Not wanting to offer you that slot. Nah, so they're not quite well, and I'm going to check because they're against pro wrestling, so that could be against us. Neutral, but they've already got Ring of Honor. What about Destination America? Let's try and get wrestling back on Destination America. Not give me prime time. Wouldn't give us evening. Nah, so I think we are pretty much in the best place we can be. Although ESPN would be quite beneficial if we could get that, because that is going to give us Canada as well. Let's just check Paramount. So they give us everything we've got as well. I think we will end up staying where we are. New deal. Not wanting to give us prime time. Late evening. Oh! So they want to go late evening. Would they go evening? Nope. So early evening would be a C minus 55. And late evening a C62, they'd give me that. Late night. We are going to take a change. We are going to take the TV show, sorry. And we are going to move then to ESPN. Was ESPN? Was it Fox Sports? I can't remember. So from late night to late evening, hopefully get a bit more fans, and we are going to take a 9-month deal. As we will move to ESPN. So that's good as well, because then we actually, whilst on a smaller network and in a better position, so hopefully we can get more fans that way. Hopefully it's not a bad decision. What I want to check as well, if I can negotiate for broadcasters again. So that's America. Canada we've got covered. Anywhere in Mexico want to take us? No. British Isles? Fight Network, but again that covers some regions we're already in. I'm assuming Japan. Yep, nowhere yet. Europe and Australia would likely follow. So nowhere in Australia would talk to us. Anywhere in Europe talk to us. Fight Network. Japan. Just try to get the show, in these areas actually. British Isles, Fight Network, Mexico. So we're going to lose that deal with ITV as well because we're not exactly massive. No, I'm cool with that. That's some positive news. And get Roddy signing next week as well. Pardon me, just go check Skype quickly just to see what's happening with the F1 race. That's fine. Double checking a few things, alright. Joey Matthews. T-Hawk to wrestle 1, that's fine. I want to really get Tyler Breeze in. I think he'd be a great. Seriously considering both offers. So they're 6,720. We'll go 4 years and we'll give you a 10% bonus. The actual pace we're going at, we might actually make it to the end of the year. We've got basically an hour and 20 to book 7 shows. It's possible. It could be tight, but it's certainly possible. I forgot to change my Discord password, so I need to try and remember it to log in. I literally changed this password yesterday and I can't remember. Ugh, I'm an idiot. Discord will pop up for a second. That's cool. Alright, so broadcasters will be Bright House in America and ITV box office as well. Alright, so Canada, 2,000 fans, I think will be staying in the United States. I think we'll take advantage of the 8,000 odd crowd. Let's hopefully we can put on a very good show here. So we're going to be in the UCCU in Orem, Utah for our event. So we'll kick on with the storytelling match, which will be for the All Elite Wrestling Women's Championship. It'll be Britt Baker in action as she takes on Lexi. We'll give the ladies a good solid 10 minutes, and it will be a win for Britt Baker, but she will win via disqualification. So it will be a storytelling match, and will basically portray the champion retains. We'll keep the number 1 contender strong. Fucking hell, right, cool. I don't want to run happy already, so we are going to see a title change. I am already falling to peer pressure. The champ, Lexi. Tag Team Championships are on the line week that are all-out match. That is going to be the American Wolves defending against the Super Smash Brothers. 12 minutes. AEW Tag Team Championships. Of course, none of a world title yet because we've yet to venture out the States. And that'll be Steal the Show. Cody will be in action. As I say, Cody was going to take on Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Cody will win in 4 minutes. Now you're wondering, why am I doing this? This is going to open the show. Because we're going to have a brand new championship in All Elite Wrestling, we are going to have the AEW Dream Championship. Singles title, gender no limit. It's going to be a floating championship, so it could be high, could be low. I don't think there's any Dream Wave, Dream Alternative, Dream Tag Team. I don't really have many, have any that have come over. Basically, going to have to steal somebody's title belt. We'll steal Defiance Championship. There we go. Because that's kind of gold. Dream. So the AEW Dream Championship. So then there's going to be an open challenge. Cody will be in the first ever Dream Championship match. And who best to challenge him than the Bruiserweight? Pete Dunne. So Pete Dunne gets his debut. 5 minutes face versus face. But remember, heels and faces don't particularly matter in All Elite Wrestling. And we will have Cody in action against Pete Dunne. And it would not be fitting for anyone else to hold the championship belt rather than Cody. However, I've had another brainwaves. Pete Dunne is going to get the win. I'm going to make that all out because it is going to put the championship on the map. So we've got a plan, so that's why that quick change of championship belt was there. So Cody will face Pete Dunne for the Dream Championship. We're going to have that 6-man. Welcome back, DJ. Welcome to the AEW Hype Party. We will have the Young Bucks teaming up with Hangman Page. They will take on Scorpio Sky, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian. "12 minutes. And it will be Hangman Page with the win over Scorpio Sky. Pinfall. Save. I'm just going to check one other thing with Discord. I'm basically logged into Discord, just not my phone because I changed my password. But see if I can get it working here. Let's try that. Oh, it's not that. Let's try this. I've honestly no idea. Oh well. I will need to reset it. Now we've got the big match, E, in action against Penta El Zero. "12 minutes. I do need to try and get other people on the show. Is he fucking over? Penta's winning. He's doing the job here. So that's already 82 minutes. That's half the show, and I haven't even booked our 2 main matches. So what's 1v1 Maxi? Because this one's going to get a lot of time. It is going to, of course, be Jon Moxley, who is sitting at a pretty damn decent 62 over across the United States, and a final blow-off match against Sami Callihan, 43 over. Did I say he's with NXT? Or New Japan, I was going to say. But NXT had re-signed him. Final match in the series, but we need to keep him looking as strong as possible. Open match, pinfall, slow build, but it's going to be Jon Moxley with a win. And then our main event, triple threat match for the AEW Championship. CM Punk, that's 5 people. Why have I put 5 people in? It should only be 3, not 5. There you go, they put 5 at the top of triple threat. So alphabetically, we need to scroll down to the 3-way. So I say CM Punk in action, Kenny Omega, and Chris Jericho. I'm going to give them 21 minutes, AEW Heavyweight Championship. Oh, fuck off, Punk. I needed him to put him over. Come on. I actually wanted Kenny to win, but let's see if I can keep Punk strong. Would he be happy? Perfect, perfect, because I'm going to have an interference. And CM... Oh, interference, not crazy bump. And CM Punk is going to be attacked by Kevin Steen, so that can allow us to build to Steen versus Punk, and also we've still got Steen, who's got a bit of tension with Moxley as well. So we're building up a couple of angles at once, or a couple of feuds at once. So that was a pretty damn stellar show. I am really happy with that. We just kind of need to fit in all these angles. So post-match celebration, that will be a celebration for Lexi. I'll give her a couple of minutes just to kind of cheer that she's a champion in All Elite Wrestling. We're going to have a hype package for the destructive Penta L0M. That'll give us 4 minutes, let the crowd get hype for him. We have a promo from Sami Callihan ahead of his matchup against Jon Moxley. Only gives us 8 minutes, so we'll have a pre-match special singles entrance for CM Punk, because technically it's his first big match back. So you imagine all the hype for a CM Punk match, and then finish the show with CM Punk and Kevin Steen having a confrontation. And, sorry, to the Wolves and Smash Bros, but they lose time. So already you can see the influence of wrestlers not in AEW, but needs must when you're at war. So pretty stellar show. I'm actually just going to for the first time add in a pre-show matchup. Not going to spend too much money, so it is just going to be a one-on-one contest. I just want to give Sammy Guevara an opportunity. Look at all the wrestlers that are on this event. And he can face Darby Allin. 10 minutes. No, I'll just make it a normal match. I don't want to. I just want it to be like a good spotlight for them. Sammy Guevara will pick up the win. As I say, that's the 10-minute pre-show matchup if you are getting the pre-show. So it's pretty decent. All Elite Wrestling, Date with Destiny, or November pay-per-view. Pretty damn good. As I say, I expect us to lose a bit of money. But again, hopefully puts us in the right path of getting bigger and more spectacular deals going forward. So let's run the show. So sold out, 8,500. That's what you like to see. Pre-show match was abysmal. Sammy Guevara defeating Darby Allin in 9:41 with a shooting star press. E25. Unfortunately, it didn't click, which is a bit disappointing because you could see that being a massive feud of the future. Guevara off his game as well, just slightly ahead in terms of in-ring performance. On the main show, straight in with that Cody match against MJF. Subpar Wrestling with Little Heat. Cody defeats MJF in 3:38 with a beautiful disaster. D+52. Gets the show off to a strong start, gets the crowd hotter, puts MJF in a big position, but your CEO or your assistant or whatever Cody's actual term is, or user character, that's the main thing, looks really, really strong here. Also benefits a bit of MJF. But then Cody announces the open challenge for the Dream Championship, and Cody will take on Pete Dunne. I hope to hell I remember to put the Dream Championship on the line. But D-40. And yeah, crowd got hotter. Everything's all good there, apart from Pete Dunne's gimmick getting below average. Yes, I remembered. But about the had, Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat. Pete Dunne defeats Cody in 15:13 with the bitter end. Pete Dunne wins the first ever match for the AEW Dream Championship title. So we've got our mid-card belt. Pete Dunne is the champion. D plus 48. Pete Dunne tiring towards the end of the match. A 56 for Cody, a 32 for Pete Dunne. Well, apparently we do need to have heels versus faces, though. Well, that's annoying. But both men penalised for stamina, so maybe if we didn't have it all out, but I just wanted a proper brawl for a championship that, obviously calling it a dream championship, it'd be Cody saying mid-card championship is still something to honour his dad, and I feel like, yeah, they'd be putting on a spectacular match fitting of Dusty. Next up was a terrible match, and it saw Lexi, because she was getting really angry, defeat Britt Baker in 9:59 with a handful of the tights. So even in AEW, she's continually in title matches and she's continually winning titles with D minus 38. A bit more over, which probably explains why she had a better in-ring performance than Britt Baker. But it's going to be mad when she's taking on the likes of Akira Shida and the various other women's talents we've got that could pretty much kick her ass quite heavily. Storytelling match, so both ladies holding back, but pretty good. The celebration for Lexi was a D43. Tag Team Championships on the line, it was about that had decent wrestling with little heat. The American Wolves defeated the Super Smash Bros. In 10:05 when Davey Richards defeated Evil Uno with a creeping death. It was the second defence of the Tag Team Championships for the Wolves. Eddie Edwards' head and shoulders above everyone else. Weak link, Evil Uno. Evil Uno was off his game. Edwards, this might be a situation where he does so well that we may need to split them and they go a solo run like they did in TNA. If we've got room for them. Hype video for Penta is a C-55. His match with Big E had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd as he wins in 11:54 with La Lanza. B-73 is fantastic. 56 for Penta, 56 for E, 76 for Penta. It's a solid man to have in your upper mid card, to main event level. Cool crowd a little bit, about they had decent wrestling but not a lot of heat. Adam Page and the Young Bucks defeat SoCal uncensored. SCU 12:05 when Hangman defeats Scorpio Sky with Adam's Apple. A C-58, you can see there. Weak links, Page and Scorpio Sky, so we need to build up Page, but it's really proven to just be another Kenny Omega, which is really frustrating in this game. Hype promo from Sami Callihan gets a C62 as he hypes up the match to end it all with Jon Moxley. And they go to war in a good wrestling match with decent reaction from the audience, with Moxley winning in 22:18 with Moxley. E-76, Moxley with 81, Callihan with a 57. Hopefully benefits Callihan as well because we had it as an open match. CM Punk makes a spectacular over-the-top entrance, which was a B-74. And the main event match, not amazing, but still decent. About that had great wrestling and good heat. Chris Jericho defeats CM Punk and Kenny Omega in 21:02 when Jericho defeated Omega by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. During the match we had Kevin Steen attack CM Punk, and it's Chris Jericho's fourth defence of the AEW Heavyweight Championship. Kenny Omega was a weak link, so we need to try and get Kenny over, but I knew Punk wouldn't job. Would be stupid making Punk lose in his first match to actually take the pinfall, but it makes him look strong, makes him really pissed off, and it could build up to Kevin Steen versus CM Punk, which they're pretty damn good. But B-71, the reason that I'd only get 71, you're talking about booking decisions and the physical decline of Jericho and poor gimmick for Punk. So I guess most of the reasons why that was not as good as it should have been, but still pretty decent. And the confrontation between CM Punk and Kevin Steen, B-73, that's got to be incredible in that December pay-per-view. Punk versus Steen. Jesus. Overall, show increased their popularity in 16 regions that we broadcast in, and that was a B-71 spot. So, spectacular again. Jon Moxley, Sami Callihan. Take a bow, lads. Take a bow. Moxley more pleased than Callihan. So that's another successful event in the books. I'm happy with that. In fact, that's our first pay-per-view of the night, actually, because we started the night after All In. That's right, October Date with Destiny. But I am delighted with that. Very delighted. Right, so let's see how we do. All Elite Wrestling Date with Destiny 2019. Feedback was great. We drew 8,500. That's good to see. Not a lot actually else happening that directly affects us. It's more lower companies than us. Yeah, nothing else massive there at all. Because obviously we book shows on Saturday nights rather than Sundays, so keeping that theme. Moxley's a growing schedule, as does Callahan, and we get a 0.06. So not massive, but bigger than we've done before. So I don't know how much of this you'll be able to see, because it is quite low. So in terms of the best show, in terms of rating, All In was higher, but All In did have all the boosts of celebrities, etc., etc., because it is a WrestleMania. So in terms of how good the shows were, 3 pay-per-views lead the way, All In, Date with Destiny, and Do You Want to Start a War, followed by 2 Dynamites, and then Fight for the Fallen, All Out. Disappointing that was our Fighter Fest, our weakest show, our weakest event anyway. Best match, second annual All In, so the first match up between Moxley and Callahan. Interesting there that the top 4 matches all feature Sami Callahan, so good on him, our MVP. Top attendances, Do You Want to Start a War, followed by Date with Destiny. And our buy rates, you can see there, quite considerable, that we're gaining month by month pretty much. So slow but surely, because we're now a cult company, because we're on the Bright House network for our pay-per-views. It's not amazing numbers, but it's enough to kind of get the name out there. Momentum's actually taking a bit of a hit, which is bizarre. The prestige is decent, and as I say, as long as this keeps rising and rising, then that's the main thing. Still a long way to go to national, to get in 8 regions of America. As you can see, we'll probably get that quite quickly with the Southwest, Southeast, and Great Lakes. But then we'll be a couple of areas that will be quite a bit of time to get there. But we'll carry on. I don't think we'll get to the December event, but we'll certainly book a wee bit of television heading towards that. Hopefully we'll get a good stream tomorrow as well, because I've only really got one thing to do tomorrow, and that's effectively get my work stuff for Monday. So if we can get that out of the way quickly, we should be on for a good long stream. So nothing major there. Obviously the re-signing of the contract for Cassius Ohno, Chris Hero. I wanted to bring him in, but just the age of him just couldn't. It just didn't justify. I think we've got a strong enough roster now. We just really need to try and only go for a WWE person if they're young enough and it's somebody that can truly help us going forward. Let's see. Chelsea Green's back shortly. Flamita. I think Survivor Series is the last week. I'm going to double check that one for you, buddy, because I didn't see that pop up. So, Company Wars, where are we? WWE, schedule. Yep, so it seems in this particular mod with the Who, every pay-per-view is the last week of the month, so that's perfect, because we'll run the 3rd week and the Saturday, and WWE will always run basically the last day of the month. So we'll definitely get to that tonight, so we'll see how their Survivor Series was. Hopefully not as bad as whatever the October event was in this, because I know some mods are 100% accurate. But October's TLC, the main event was Seth Rollins versus Zack Ryder for the Universal Championship. Make of that what you will. Oh fuck, that's all we need. Punk and Kenta, two peoples with a GTS. Punk's being a jerk backstage, threw a punch at Kenta, and despite Punk being a mixed martial artist, Kenta kicked his ass. Stern warning. I don't want to fire him or anything because it's CM Punk. CM Punk has seen his personality get worse. Kenta is unhappy. Fuck's sake, Punk! Right. Mick Foley will start the show, and he says to Lexi, you know, you're not going to have it easy here. I know it says he's trying to intimidate her, it's just, we all need to pretend it's a different angle than what it actually says. It's just basically him saying, you are in action tonight, you will defend the Women's Championship, and you'll defend it in a 5-way match. There's one thing I definitely want to do at one point, Punk v Kenta. Like, that's the good thing about EW, it's like, there's all these dream matches, and I'm going to book them at one point. So, like, Punk v Kenny in a 1v1, I want to do. Punk v Steen's what I'm going to do next. There's still Punk v Kenta, Punk v Pac. Plenty of people that Punk can have matches with, so, aye, there's so many dream matches I want to do here. It's just trying to remember to book everybody strong. So, women's division is where we are booking off another women's title match. As we will see, Britt Baker won't be in the match, but we'll have Ali. We'll have Yuka Sakazaki. We'll have 3 heels. No, we won't. We don't have many heels, so we'll have Mia Yim as well. In fact, actually, Emi Sakura, just like basically give Lexi a proper oh shit moment when she's facing half these ladies. And Nyla Rose. But at least we know when Liv Morgan comes in and Heidi Lovelace, obviously we'll rename Liv, they'll both be heels and they'll be like a kind of tag team. Just because they kind of are in real, well, they were in real life. I know obviously different backgrounds in that, but we need to go with. We need to try different things. So Lexi will obviously pick up the win. And we'll have her pin Emi Sakura. We'll keep it realistic as well, so what we'll do is storytelling, pinfall victory, and keep strong because she'll basically dominate people. Will be Nyla Rose, so she'll be the one that dominates everybody there. So that's your opening matchup of the evening. Because we now have heels and faces, we can start preparing some turns. So sports entertainment angle, what we'll do is Cody and Pete Dunne, and it's just basically in this instance, just, you know, well done, you beat me, you won the championship that I wanted, that's fine. They're going to be interrupted, so we'll just quickly put in a 2v2 match up, and that is going to be Cody teaming up with Pete Dunne, and they're going to take on Maxwell Jacob Friedman and the Luchasaurus, because obviously what took place at Date with Destiny. 8-minute match, and we'll have Pete Dunne pick up the win over the Luchasaurus. The reason I'm not going to do another promo in there is I actually need to get other folk on the show, so I feel like we can go with that. Well, I can't just keep having people jump each other, so main event, CM Punk on television. We'll have CM Punk take on who can afford the job in the main event. Stu Grayson, I don't want to make it somebody that's massively over. It's still somebody who can have a good match with Punk. So Punk will win. Anaconda Vice that. We'll make them go all out. And promo. So CM Punk will cut one on Kevin Steen. So just need to quickly notepad over. So December. So we are going to go Steen versus Punk. That's confirmed. And Lexi will face someone to be confirmed. I don't know how I'm going to go with rematches, but we shall see. 7 more minutes. How about this for a match? Kenta versus... Oh, in fact, no. Try to think how I can work this, because I want Penta going for a championship, but Jericho's still the champion. It's two heels. Sean Spears, you will be sacrificed, my friend. So I'm going to go Chris Jericho. I'm going to go Kenny Omega, because he wants his title shot in Mick Foley. So that'll go 5 minutes. I hate to do this again. In fact, I can't even do it actually, because that is... Aye, we'll leave it at that. I was looking to add in Penta and go Jericho, Omega, Penta. So it'll be Jericho via Omega, who've probably fought each other God knows how many times in this already. The title. I would kind of let Jericho drop it soon. Let me just check. So Jericho, Punk, and Omega. Jericho and Lethal. Jericho and Kenta. Jericho and Moxley. Oh well, they've not actually only fight for the Fallen. I'm just trying to see if Jericho's faced Omega yet. Jericho Penta. And Fighter Fest, which was our first show in the save, was Jericho Omega is in. We've not actually done it yet. It can be Jericho Omega. Technically 3, but that is going to be for the heavyweight title. And this is us with the likes of Jay Lethal on the show. Right, so we'll book this one in the Northwest. We'll change up a wee bit, a lot of attendance, but introducing these fans to All Elite Wrestling. And we'll go Husky Ballpark in Seattle, Washington. We'll finish to the end of the week. We'll go into December and we'll call the stream there, because that'll allow us to cover a good wee bit, and it allows me just to get a wee practice in F1, etc. So we'll run the show. We'll see how we do. Mick Foley's in the ring with Lexi. Gives her a simple choice. You know, you're going to defend your title, or it's going to get very tough for you. So D plus 50. Lexi's getting better at her gimmick. The Fatal 5-Way for the AEW Women's Championship. Lexi defeats Yuka Sakazaki, Imai Sakura, Ali, and Nyla Rose in 7:43 with a Sparkle Splash. First defence. Head and shoulders above everyone else's in ring. Now, most of that is because of her overness, but we have to obviously introduce the likes of Sakazaki, Sakura, and Nyla Rose to the American audience, so that's going to take time, and we'll see what happens. I'm really looking forward to it, bud. I was initially going to get the Legends Edition, but because I work basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, long shifts, so I don't get a long time to play it, I couldn't really justify paying an extra 10-15 quid for effectively 2 hours a night till full release, so just got a normal version. I don't really care about the Pro Center stuff if it's only going to be a couple of challenges and a couple of additional cars. What we race in, we don't really use the older cars anyway, so just get it on release day. It gives me a full week as well to play Crash Team Racing Nitro, because I know it's 2 games in 2 weeks, but it's 2 games I've been hyped for. As much that I've not bought a pop vinyl in ages, apart from one yesterday, but it was a reduced one, and I've no gambled no UL either, just purely because I had these 2 in mind. But we'll also know a lot of F1 on the channel, as I say, once that comes out, but so looking forward to it being released, and then 2 weeks later I'm off for 2 weeks, so looking forward to getting tore into that. Cody and Pete Dunne, trade words in the ring, just basically the well done, you beat me, good match, etc. Done the title proud, D plus 48. And the match itself was also a D+48, with Cody and Pete defeating MJF and Luchasaurus. Cody head and shoulders above everyone else. Done was pretty decent. Got the crowd hotter, but it's obviously building up MJF and Luchasaurus over time. But they had decent wrestling and not a lot of heat. Penta defeats Shawn Spears in 10:04, C+68. Penta's always going to get a good match out of everybody, but Shawn Spears, because he's pretty decent in this, will always help elevate people. So good on Shawn Spears for doing that. He's got a new comeback spot. Good man. Helps his psychology. Jericho and Omega deciding who ends up being in the heavyweight title picture. Basically setting up Omega Jericho 3. Or the first one in this particular save was a B78 with Mick Foley. So pretty good there. I just need to build Kenny up. Decent matchup. Punk defeats Stu Grayson in 11:56 with Anaconda Vice. B74. Stu Grayson and Punk have great chemistry. Got the crowd buzzing. It's great that you can get a B-74 with somebody getting a 40 in-ring rating. So Stu Grayson's played that role absolutely perfectly. So good on him. And Punk's promo on Kevin Steen, basically calling him a shite bag, a B-74. B-71 and increasing their popularity in 18 regions. So pretty good, and the fact it was in a place where they've really done a show before, so hopefully that can help attract a future audience. I'm also, must say, I'm at the stage, because we're that near the end of TEW2016's life cycle, I'm not even bothering with new skins or new loading screens. I'll just wait till the new one comes out and see what the fantastic mod makers make, and then we'll get those guys shouted out. I don't even know who made this icicle skin. I've used it for that long, pretty much 2 or 3 years. So it wasn't too long after it came out. I've been using it ever since. But what I like, the old face packs I've been using were Blues Till I Die. Tom was really good for the stuff he'd done for us. Well, there's the first person to reject us, and that is Tyler Breeze. He'll stay with WWE. So it's not necessarily horrible that some will reject us, so we all save money there. Wild Boar's going to stay with NXT UK. It's probably the kick in the teeth we needed, to be honest. At 0.41, that's the biggest rating by a good mile. And we'll probably jump up even more when we change TV deal as well. So no more actual booking shows, but we'll continue on to see our financial situation and to cover how WWE booked the 2019 Survivor Series. But it means I'd assume the next TW stream will be tomorrow. I think if it was a stream later tonight, it probably wouldn't be TW, just to cover everything. But that means you're likely going to see the December event, which I can't remember what we've called. But you're also going to have a look at the Wrestler of the Year. So it'll be interesting to see how our wrestlers position themselves in each of the Wrestler Awards and in the top 500. But I do imagine Japan will dominate. Japan usually tended to dominate. And until we start getting matches like 90, 90, 90, we won't particularly see people in those awards at the top end just yet. That's fine. So New Japan and DDT are getting rid of somebody. It's not too old. 45. Very deceiving picture. Impact have offered a contract to Trey Laredo. Okay, he's not really good. Like, really, really good. Or am I getting mixed up with somebody else? It's interesting, New Japan have not let a lot of people go, but I think that's just purely because they're probably written. They're probably open contracts. I'm going to keep an eye out as well for Marty. I don't want to bring him in just yet. Obviously, I 100% want to bring him in. I think he'll be a massive player for us, so we'll wait to maybe the right moment. Oh, Brian Pillman's away, so we'll just let him go anyway. That's cool, Brian Pillman Jr. We'll see if there's anybody else that looks like they're going to go, but nobody else that directly affects us. NXT, lower attendances than us. Butch Miller leaving the business. Brad Renegans. That's fine. In terms of contracts, if we nip here, in fact, well, we've made profit so far, so we'll probably will lose profit eventually. Ticket sales are down. Worker costs were down. Oh well. But next people out of contract, El Lindemann will keep. Bryce Remsburg is a agent, so we'll keep him as well. So not actually too many there that would get ready. A lot of unhappy people. Kenta because I didn't use them. Oh, Kenta because of the Punk incident, but Jay Lethal would be because they're not being used. Big Roddy's debuts going to be very, very soon. The good thing as well is when I'm off stream, like because I've started in the notepad now, I can properly write out match cards, so then I know what I'm working towards each pay-per-view, rather than kind of on the spot flybooting. It's only negative here, just try to fill in the time between the show, day-to-day stuff, but I suppose you'd be the exact same way Football Manager. So Laredo Kid stays with PWG. Drago's going to stay, or Drago's going to stay with AAA. Nothing massive there, I would say. Flamita wants a request. I just give them the request because it's not going to be a lot and it keeps them happy. Although it's somebody we should be using more often. Roderick Strong, don't need to change anything about Roddy. Roddy will remain that character. Upper mid carder, I'm quite happy to keep him as a cocky person. Best in the world. We'll believing that he's a good wrestler. I'd certainly like to put him in that kind of Cody, Pete Dunne kind of area. Some good matches in that Dream division. Although American Dream is all about charisma, I just feel like making that a proper championship that people go all out for. Put on fantastic matches would be a kind of fitting tribute. I mean, it's 4 championship belts already. Dream Championship, Heavyweight Championship, Women's and Tag Team. I think the next one would probably be a Junior Championship, where, again, if you're just a cruiserweight kind of guy. Or maybe not even a cruiserweight, maybe if you're just mid-card or low, just to really give them an opportunity to go for it. Mary Apache's back from injury. NXT UK have offered a contract to Eddie Dennis. Simon Grimm has Andrew Everett. At least it's not Enzo he's fell out with this time. Kimberly's sidelined. That's another contract I am absolutely chasing. She is fucking amazing. She's really good. See, for the age that she is, honestly, so talented. Demi Bennett, aka Rhea Ripley, but the skill level that she's got at the end, she's like 21, if even that, and like just really, really good. So I'm even willing to go a 6-year deal on her. Tony, don't do this to me. This could be a massive signing. Like she's going to be, I think she's going to be massive in WWE. If they book her right, which hopefully they do, then she's going to be really, really good. Well, 23, there we go, but she's really talented. Very impressed with her. Oh no, Gene Snitsky has retired. Jay Lethal wants a pay rise. Cool. I think the good thing about Jay Lethal getting a pay rise means he's probably done well elsewhere even, sorry. So let's just quickly look at his popularity. 52s, 51s across the board. We can see the huge jump. Whether any of that's because of us, I doubt it. That's fine. I want another heel from our women's division as well, so I'm just going to quickly give El Lindemann another 1-year deal. That's fine. I don't really mind with paper appearances how much we give them because it's not going to be a massive jump. Another woman I wanted in my women's division is Priscilla Kelly. She's not really over in the States, but I just think she's Again, another one that's really, really talented. And let's get her in a 1 year written deal. It also helps the fact that she's married, it seems, to Darby Allin, so there you go. Another power couple in All Elite Wrestling. I think it just balances out the women's division, and really I just need to start using them more. Again, that's more a financial thing. Once we can book more than an hour of television without losing a lot of money, we'll go for it. Seriously, WWE needs to have still having so many attractive contracts, like just pop them up, because there's a lot of people I want to bring in. And I need to stop, man. Jimmy Jacobs, another one. Yes, that was always going to happen. They were always going to offer her a new contract. Your offer is the one she's considering. So we're offering the same amount, but we are offering a far longer deal. So I'll even give her a 20% bonus just to make sure we sign her. Because again, just think it's massive. You need to remember our women's division is looking to be strong, because you add in the fact that Chelsea Green's coming in, Heidi Lovelace as well. Just got my roster quickly. Push. Not assigned yet. So you've still got 3 women coming in. Chelsea Green, she's over injury. Giona Daddio, we're just going to have to call her Liver, just Gio or something. And Heidi Lovelace as well. So it's 3 really good acquisitions, all at a good age as well to develop. So yeah, positive signs. We'll carry on into December, see if we lose money, and see how bad the event was for WWE Survivor Series. And to see how the monthly wars went. Because what I might look to do as well is maybe start declaring war on Impact. Maybe we'll look to do that and have that as a cliffhanger at the end of the night's stream. Because by far they've got better star power than them by far. This might take a bit of time actually if there's a couple of tours about to take place. Pardon? Alright, so CMLL are going to offer an extension to Miguel Linares. We'll cover Survivor Series last. New Japan extension for Shota Umino. Shine offer a contract to Thunder Rosa. Brooke Adams has had a child. They had a baby boy. Congratulations, Brooke and Pup. There we go. Demi Bennett is in. She's got to heel a vicious heel. What a women's division we're going to have in Lindemann. So she'll pretty much join next year, 2020. Chelsea Green's back. That's fine. He'll get his new contract just now anyway. His contract was going to expire, but a referee, I'm sorry, so he's not even any road agent or that. He's just, yeah. Dragon Gate to Kenta, Wrestle 1 to Kenta. Can we just double check they're both touring contracts? I know other companies have made an offer. Oh, that's strange. It's fine. Finances. We made profit. $517. Yes. We can actually gamble with big contracts now because we are making a tiny wee bit of profit. So we're actually still 267k up since the start of the save, but the reality is the more so about getting the size of the company up rather than the money side of things. So still good. Just keep improving that. That's good. Slowly getting over in Ontario, but if we can get over in these places, that's what we want. If we can get them to 30s, start pushing everything as a D-, because you saw a couple of them were E's before we started, so that's a good position. Chelsea Green will assign to the women's division. In fact, I won't. I'll leave that to after the stream, so I'll give her a good gimmick. But no, we'll just do that now. So we're going to have her as a heel. Basically, the new signs will be heel to balance out the women's division. We'll keep her as Chelsea Green. So she was portraying the hot mess in Impact. She's not really portrayed any gimmick as such in NXT that I'm aware of. What have we got? I'd go with that, Manipulator. Because you can kind of say she done that way when she was trying to get into that guy, the Ali's boyfriend, that guy Braxton Sutter. Aye, I'll go with that. Proper heel gimmick for her. So, end the show in tonight with WWE Survivor Series 2019. B-74, 16,000 at the area where the Oklahoma City Thunder play. Screw pronouncing that, I just luckily know that's where they play. The main event was Seth Rollins defending and retaining the Universal Championship against Sami Zayn, Finn Balor and Daniel Bryan. Fair play. That's a really, really good match. I'm just going to try and ignore the co-main event because that is damn right atrocious. Imagine forking out your full pay-per-view fee or your WWE network and you're greeted to Roman Reigns against No Way Jose. They must have got really behind that new hairstyle and gave him a proper push for that to take place. We also get Bayley against Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Mickie James, Aleister Black defeating Mustafa Ali and Primo for the Cruiserweight Championship. Good to see Primo on television, a very underrated star. Natalya defeats Tamina. Best break that, I just don't rate either at all. Both bore the shit at me. Randy Orton versus Kelly and Dane. Yep, I'd agree that'd be really, really good. Sin Cara defeats Kushida. Steve Cutler defeats Apollo Crews. The Iconics defeat Mandy Rose and Nikki Cross. And the pre-show you had Kalisto v Bobby Fish and Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher against Otis and Tucker Heavy Machinery. I just don't get Heavy Machinery. It's just not a team for me. There's a lot of people that find them entertaining, but no for me. I don't like. No like you. So, that was us first week of December. We've got 4 more television tapings of Monday Night Dynamite and, of course, our December event, which is Seasons Greens. If anybody's got any ideas, pay-per-view name, it's maybe better than Seasons Greens. Drop us a wee tweet on Twitter on Maxwell, let us know. We'll try and change it over. But yeah, positive times. Company keeps growing and growing. It's one of the ones that is just going to be continually making sure you're gaining pop, and then once you get to the stage you can have war, go for it, because us WWE could be really good. So I don't think we're quite at a level to take them on just now, but relationships, where is relationships? So Hostile with NXT, Major League Wrestling, Impact, let's just go for it. It's a risk. Impact Wrestling, we are at war. We'll find out how that comes about on our next stream. So just watching, much appreciated people who joined in. As I say, just keep an eye out on notifications, and Twitter will always be your main source when I'm going to be live, because a lot of the time it can be on the day. Like, I could maybe even feel like there was one week I was going to watch stream and I was just shattered for work. So always just keep an eye on Twitter and your notifications. They're the best 2 places to keep an eye on when we'll be streaming. But hopefully pop something up tomorrow at one point. And if you did join late and you're looking to see the rest of the show, mind, of course, everything gets uploaded to YouTube and it'll be on Twitch for a week, 2 weeks possibly. But everything's just basically as it was, straight downloaded and straight loaded onto YouTube. So it's there. So just watching, take it easy, enjoy the rest of your evening. Might see you later, but I'd be more inclined to think I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye bye, see you later.